afternoon, everyone. Well, welcome back. This is Craig, again, your certified peer recovery specialist. And tonight we're doing another MIT mentoring session. And tonight we got a good one. Title is, as you can see, it's scrolling across the screen, and that is why structure and routine are important in recovery, right? So this article is brought to you by gatewayfoundation.org. And so let's dig right into it because got a lot of meat and potatoes here, right? And so the article says, structure and routine are key components of a successful recovery from a substance use disorder. Without a healthy routine to follow, it can be easy to fall back into old habits and a dysfunctional lifestyle. So once again, we're talking about mentoring. We're talking about depositing some good information into men with the hopes of everyone spreading the word within our homes, because we understand that the first school of thought should start at home. From there, then we move on to our communities, et cetera, et cetera. So we're talking about why structure and routine are important in recovery. Right? Recovery from an addiction can provide the perfect opportunity to reset other areas of your life. Right? And say these new, healthier habits you develop can help you feel empowered during your recovery journey. Right? So we want to keep it all tied together with recovery. We keep it all tied together. Family, coping skills, all this tied together. How we can be leaders, role models, things of that nature, while also being a mentor to a mentee. Right? It says healthier habits you develop can help you feel empowered during your recovery journey. All right, there's some bullet points I'm going to read off. And it says, number one, the benefits of structure and routine in recovery. Number two, the key components of a schedule for sobriety. Number three, the challenge of maintaining routines, achieving balance with your routine, tips for establishing a routine in recovery, treatment for addiction for gateway, et cetera, et cetera. It says the benefit of structure and routine and recovery. Structure and routine can help you throughout your recovery journey in several ways. Right? Creating and sticking to a schedule can provide a stabilizing force, help you develop self-control. Listen to that. Let me read that again. It says, creating and sticking to a schedule can provide a stabilizing force. Right? Creating and sticking to a schedule can provide a stabilizing force, help you develop self-control, improve your mental health, keep you engaged, and improve your physical health. Number one, and that we're talking about the benefits of structure and routine recovery. And number one, there are different aspects of it, and one of them is it helps you establish a new normal. Beginning a recovery journal can be a scary new step. Beginning a recovery journey can be a scary new step for many people struggling with an addiction. Getting used to a new routine can replace your feelings of fear with feelings of stability. Routine provides a sense of security when your life may feel like it's been turned upside down, or when you feel especially vulnerable. Developing new habits can help you feel like you're replacing your substance use disorder with new, healthy practices. One study found that it took 66 days on average for people to form habits that became an automatic part of their routine. So they did a case study, and the study turned out to be that it took they noticed that it took several days. And so 66 days, the article says, and so that's 2 months, right? 2 months and some change. You may find that after your first 2 months of sobriety, your new routine begins to feel more instinctive and familiar, right? And so it's talking about establishing a new normal, right? Getting back from the abnormal behavior, abnormal living, abnormal thinking, getting back to the new normal, all right? Whereas it becomes instinctive and familiar. You ever did something and you haven't did it in a while. Let's use I don't. Let's use. I'm gonna say sports because most people can identify with sports, whatever sport it may be, and you haven't played in a while. And after you get back into the habit of going out and getting your win back, you miss about 15 shots playing basketball. Every time you shoot from far out, you shoot an air ball. You keep trying, you keep trying. Next thing you know, you find your range and you say, boom, here it is. And you start making them. Start making them. It become instinctive and familiar. And so now your win is coming back. Now you're getting more healthier. So it's just like repetition. Anything, once you do it oftentimes enough, you begin to establish a new normal. All right. Let's talk about number 2 when it comes to the benefit of structure and routine and recovery. It helps you exercise self-control. Recovering from a substance use disorder is not simply a matter of willpower. Addiction is a disease that must be treated properly. After the initial stages of addiction, recovery, self-control becomes an important component of your long-term success. Temptation will come, and when it does, self-discipline can help you resist. And so the reason why we talk about recovery, how to maintain it, how to keep your sobriety, because a lot of times as people who developing or people who have been through so much turmoil with the use of a drug addiction, a lot of times we need to remind ourselves, get some new material of how to rebuild again and how to start over. And especially when we're talking about mentoring men and men mentoring each other, it's very important to it's very important to identify new ways of thinking. And so that's why we're talking about, because in our community, and especially the targeted population that we deal with, people are hurting, people are sick, people are going through this disease. Some may find that they may gone through it alone, and so we want to encourage you that you don't have to go through it alone. And so there are men like myself who have who can identify with a lot of turmoil, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of sickness that people go through when they are in this disease of addiction. And so we want to change those lenses. We want to refocus on some healthier lifestyles, some healthy behaviors, some healthy habits. We want to get into a healthy beginning. And so we're talking about, first we talked about, we're dealing with the benefits of structure and routine and recovery. So the first aspect we talked about establishing a new normal. Then the second aspect we talked about exercising self-control, right? And third, we want to talk about self-esteem and mental health, right? We want to talk about self-esteem and mental health. These are some of the benefits of structure and routine and recovery. Self-esteem issues can contribute to and result from a substance use disorder. A comprehensive approach to addiction recovery should include therapy to help people address these root issues and encourage healthier self-talk. Mm, mm, mm. Root issues. You want to get down to the root and cause of why we're going through what we're going through. We want to get down and have some real conversation with ourselves. We want to think about and say to ourselves, you know, we don't have to live the life that we've been living. We can live a new lifestyle. And so by having self-talk, we can reflect upon a lot of values that we probably have learned, a lot of principles, a lot of standards, a lot of morals that was already instilled in us, but we haven't tapped into it and revisit those characteristics, integrity, honesty, love, patience, compassion. All these things is so important. And so we have to, a lot of times, if we don't get the encouragement from the outside, uh, people that we may come in contact with, a lot of times we want to say, encourage yourself, speak over your life. Tell yourself through your self-talk, I am somebody. I am important. I am going to be somebody. I can change. So these are some encouraging words that I want to share, especially for men, because men, we have a right and a duty to take our place in our homes and in society. And we want to stand up for what is right. All right. And so I want to share that aspect because we're talking about self-esteem. And so we always talk about positive reinforcement. And so those things that I just made mention of, those I would call positive enforcement. Pushing away or get rid of the old pattern of thinking, and putting some new ideas and new perspective on life. All right. It says, in addition to therapy, establishing structured, constructive routine can be an excellent way to help people improve their mental health and raise their self-esteem. Consider the confidence boost you feel when you get up early to exercise or when you reach a goal you've been striving towards. Lots of little victories in adhering to a schedule can help you feel in control and accomplish. Right? Think about it. These positive feelings can help tremendously when you experience a new level of vulnerability and giving up substances you may have relied on to mask or forget self-esteem issues. And so, the old you, the old way of thinking, the old trying to push issues under the rug, sweep them under the rug, and trying to not deal with it head on. Uh, those things can lead us into a lot of traps. And so, therefore, we want to revisit the things like the article says, getting up early in the morning, exercise, staying, adhering to a schedule, a routine, a plan, right? And then celebrating all the small victories. A lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit. And so we as men in this mentoring field, we want to, celebrate men for the small things. And then, the big things gonna come. But let's celebrate the small things. And so if you're a man and you're listening to all my men out there who is listening and who may hear this at a later date, you know, find someone that you can mentor. Find someone that you can live, give a supporting ear, uh, lend someone a supporting ear, and give them some encouraging words. Because a lot of times we go through so much in life that we don't take the time to pause and relax and reflect on what we've accomplished and what are the things that somebody else may go through. It can just be to say, uh, because we have this bravado mindset as men that we can't recognize another man's success or congratulate another man well doing. And so we have to be able to drop our egos and humble ourselves and still be men at the same time and just say, you know what, man, I like what you're doing. Keep up the good work. You just may be surprised how far that goes. All right. And so let's talk about another aspect we're talking about. Avoid boredom. All right. The benefits of structures and routine in recovery. We want to avoid boredom. Another way structure promotes long-term sobriety is in preventing boredom, an issue that can trigger a relapse. A feeling of aimlessness can motivate a person to look to drugs or alcohol as an activity to fill their time or add excitement to their days. A lack of structure with too much free time creates a dangerous dynamic for people in recovery. If you use substances to combat boredom in the past, it's especially critical you create a schedule that will help you avoid long stretches of time with nothing to do. All right? A schedule for sobriety should include constructive habits like attending therapy sessions, along with fun activities like hobbies. Staying busy can help you improve your life in many ways and actively avoid the circumstances that could trigger a relapse. All right, and so structures and routine is so key because a lot of times, like the article says, if you let boredom, a long stretch of boredom, then you may try to look for something to excite you to feel a little better. And so create a routine, whether it's reading, you know, a lot of times we know we deal with social media, and that is a tool people may use for whatever pleasure or whatever relief that they use it for. However, I suggest that we take some time out and read something that give you enjoyment. You go for a long walk, do something that gives you enjoyment. If you're a person who likes to cook, um, create a new recipe or cook something that you really enjoy. Allow that to be your outlet, you know, for an activity to substitute the aspect of boredom. All right. Call someone or go on a trip, take a vacation. If you're able to, just go fishing. I know it's cold right now, and so you may say, well, it's cold outside. What can I do in the cold winter months? Well, if you're a person who like the outdoors and you don't mind being out in the cold, I suggest that you bundle up. On nice sunny days, if you're off and you have some free time, go to the park. There's tracks outside that you can walk around the track, put your music on, boom, or if you have a little bike, if you have a bicycle that you like to ride, put your bike on, go for maybe a mile or two, either walking or riding your bike, put your headset on, put some warm clothes on, and just go and just free your mind from boredom, all right? And another aspect we want to talk about your physical health. All right, your physical health. Better eating habits and exercise can help improve your health. Right? People who have dealt with a substance use disorder often have other co-occurring health conditions. So important. So we want to talk about eating right, self-esteem, avoid boredom. We want to do all these things. We want to build self-esteem, physical health, and we want to talk about exercise, self-control, and establish a new normal. I don't want people to just look at this and think this is just a normal AA or NA meeting. This is a support group meeting that deals with mentoring men. All right. So this is, yes, it is a mentoring program, but it's also a support group for those who may be in early stages of recovery or long-term recovery, because we need to find an outlet. And one of the outlets, I believe, is finding someone to pour into, to assist with some mentoring skills. And if we don't have mentoring skills, all right, we can always go online, find some material, or we can always find somebody within our community, within our families, within our churches, within our school, within our workforce. And if we look at someone characteristic and you think that person exhibit what it is to, what it means to you as a mentor, ask them, say, do you mind mentoring me? And because whatever's working for them, and you feel that it may work for you, and if they as loving as you think they are, hey, ask them, and who knows? You might get a yes, you might get a no, but ask. Closed mouth don't get fed. All right. People who have dealt with substance use disorder often have other co-occurring health conditions, such as diabetes or hypertension. A healthy diet and exercise can help with these conditions. Improving your physical health can also help reverse some of the aging effects of drugs or alcohol, helping you feel more youthful and vibrant. All right? That's so important to have physical health, right? Your physical health, a healthy physical you. And I don't say this to talk down on anybody, because I am someone that's in recovery, and I know what the devastating effects of drugs have done. Me, as this is my personal witness, and I have friends who I know who also I know for sure how the drugs has affected their outer appearance as well as their inner appearance. And so get yourself back in shape. Seek a doctor, seek a professional person when it comes to your nutrition, your healthy eating, your mental, your spiritual. So I'm not just saying this from not utilizing this article as the all and be all. I'm saying that I am not that well rounded, whereas I can give you all the answers. What I'm doing is sharing information, hopefully to spark some ideas for you to seek a counselor, seek a therapist. When it comes to substance use disorder, seek a counselor, seek a therapist. If you have a mental health issue, if you have a physical condition, seek a doctor. If you have a moral issue or spiritual issue, seek a pastor. And if you have issues with a learning disability, seek a tutor. There's so much help out here that can assist us. And so I always say each one, teach one, each one, reach one. So that is the goal today, is to share some light to the mentoring component of what we're doing here at Capital Recovery Center. I want to share that with you because we all need somebody that we can confide in. When I say confide in, that is on a confidential level, whereas we can trust and respect. So as always, we want you to give us a call, contact us here at the office. We'd love to hear some feedback because we've been waiting for the community to get involved. And so if you feel that you need to contact us, please contact us on the screen, 856-391-7449 or 1-800-236-2448. And as always, how can we help you with your recovery today? And what does recovery means to you? And so once again, the title of today's lesson and that brought to you today is voila, what it says. It says, today's lesson, we're talking about why structure and routine are important in recovery. This is a MIT Men in Training Mentorship group. And as always, it's been fun. I hope you enjoy. You have a blessed day. Encourage somebody, love on somebody, lift somebody up that needs an encouraging word. All right? For now, I'm signing off. Have a blessed night.